Pressurized. Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So we had an appointment at 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. We are going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Few housekeeping rules. I'm going to put into the chat for the benefit of everybody online, the handout for today's class. It could also be found, I think he has. I think it's okay. Anybody else walks in. Thank you, Malaya. Appreciate you. For the benefit of everyone, if it doesn't download or you can't get to it, it's located in kw348.com under the Agent Essentials tab, all the way down, Mission 1, as it's called. Okay, so what is Mission 1? Mission 1 is, I created this when I started Ignite back in 2016. The reason being is because we couldn't get people to actually get the apps they need to work with their business. So we want to make sure that everybody has the ability to use these beautiful apps, because you will use it throughout your real estate career. I promise you. Now, are there more apps that you can find? Absolutely, positively. These that I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go right to the handout. And I will start talking about these apps that we have. Before I do that, I would like you to understand at the top, I have, and I take this from Scott Leroy Marketing when he has his questionnaire that he asks you. When you get it back, Keller Cloud Setup Complete, he will give you a systems username and a systems password. The username is usually your first initial and your last name. Okay, that's usually what it is. So I kind of need to update this, because if it's a common name like Smith, you'll probably see numbers after it. I had someone that was a Smith here, that was Smith and 265. That told me there's 264 J. Smiths in Keller Williams. So if you have a common name, you'll have a number after it. If not, it's just your first initial and last name. That's the way it goes. Then, of course, the password that they give you, of course, you can change that password. There's nothing wrong with that. So for the benefit of the two people I have in here, do you have access to the systems yet? Okay, so this will be more for information only, okay? But it's good to see it 100 million times. I promise you, it's worth it. If you do have access to the systems, then you're going to enjoy this, because we're going to actually go live into those systems. All right. So you'll see on the right side of the handout, it says, visit mykw.kw.com. That's for our KW intranet. That's internally. In Mission 2, we will go over KW intranet. Okay. KW intranet is inside our market center, and it has a lot of great things. Who likes free leads? Very good. So once you've completed Ignite, you then can sign up for floor time. Floor time is be the agent on duty. Somebody walks in, somebody calls on the phone and hasn't requested a specific agent here, and you're on duty. Guess what? You get it. So I'll say it now, because I'll say it again when I do the Mission 2. It was 5 years ago. Nobody was signing up for floor time until I pushed it real hard. And then lo and behold, in a t-shirt and shorts, somebody came in and was looking for a $2.4 million property. The gentleman that listened to me was the agent that got that one. Total walk-in. Now, every day's not Christmas, but excuse me, and if you're going to be here lead generating like you should be doing, why not be up here waiting for a phone call or somebody walking in to take that business? Okay. All right. So the visit agent.kw.com login to KW Command. That's to get into our ecosystem, KW Command. Cynthia mentioned that yesterday in Ignite. I'm going to tell you, if you forget what it is, the easiest way to remember it is you are an agent. Okay. that works at KW, that is a company, short form com, agent.kw.com. Easiest way to remember, okay? So Stellar MLS is our multiple listing service. You all should have a 9-digit login if you paid for your dues and gotten that. And of course, your password. Please, please, Malaya, Maya, Savannah, myself, Bob, Cynthia, Beth do a great job of reminding you to please go and do the courses that you need to take, the required courses. There's 3 of them that you need to do. It's the MLS Basics, it's the MLS Compliance, and it's the MLS Ad Edit. The Ad Edit, I said it last on purpose. The Ad Edit is the only way that you're allowed to now add a new listing. You take a new house, you're listing a house for sale. If you don't have that Ad Edit button, you don't get in there. Please, that's probably the first one you should get. We have a lot of agents that say, oh, I've got a listing, I've got the paperwork signed, how do I put it in the MLS? You can't if you don't have an Ad Edit button. Okay? We can put it in there. It would be under one of our MLS numbers, and then you lose out on getting credit for it. We don't want that. We want you to have the ability to use the tools that you're actually paying for. Okay? All right. So it says here, please download the following apps. They're available on the App Store. They're available on Google Play if you're on Android like me. The first one is the KW space buy and sell real estate. The way you see it labeled is how you should put it into the stores. That is the way that you will be able to download them. If you don't have access to the systems, I still want you to download them today. Very nicely done. Go right ahead. Download it. Don't be afraid. Okay. All right. So that's our consumer app. That's our consumer app. Okay. The next one is KW:command. That's the new, it's about a month and a half old. That is the agent app. That is the agent app for the command ecosystem. Yes, I've left the third one there. Those of us that have been here long know of Kelly. Kelly built the system. Kelly has not been shut down yet. I leave it. If you want to play with it, go ahead. If you need to learn how to use it, in the handout is still there telling you. If not, schedule one-on-one with me, and I'll show you why it's still so powerful to use.
Will KW command say business?
It might. I'd have to see it. Okay? Make sure it's red for the command, white for the consumer. Okay? The next thing, Realtors Property Resource, RPR Mobile. RPR Mobile is provided to you by the National Association of Realtors. Everybody in this room, if you're an agent, are with the National Association of Realtors. It's the best tool agents don't use. I'll say it again. It's the best tool agents don't use, scary as it is. There's 1.6 million members in National Association of Realtors. Only half of them use this beautiful tool. Now, I'm going to toot my horn a little bit. Just came back from family reunion. I met the RPR people from NAR, and because our broker tools are connected, we were able to bring up, or he showed me, there's 239 agents here. 209 are using RPR. Out of the 200 brokerages that are using broker tools that they track, number 1 is at 61% usage. Number 2 is at 53%. Number 2 is us, Keller Williams Classic Realty at 53%. Now, that's something I'm proud of, and I'm coming after number 1 because I've been preaching this for as long as I've had RPR 10 years ago, okay? You're gonna find out it's the easiest, quickest, best one to use to do we call it this year, an equity analysis, better known as a CMA, In fact, in Command, there's actually a smart plan called equity analysis that you can use to piggyback with RPR. So I bring up RPR, March 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern in this room from 1 to 3, 10 steps to a CNA, that's the RPR class. I highly encourage you to attend. Okay? All right. March 7th at 1 p.m. Yes. Okay? All right. Next, we have the Showing Time app. Showing Time. Showing Time is how you can get your showings done and request showings through the Showing Time app. Here is the thing, guys. You have to set it up the right way. You'll have to set it up the right way. A lady in this room spent 5 days with Showing Time, with their customer support, and then finally listened to Ronnie and said, no, you're doing it wrong. Come with me, and got it instantaneously on there. You're welcome.
I don't even remember that.
Because you fought me with it. I told you.
Ignore the bad news things. I only remember good news things.
Homekeeper Pro. Homekeeper Pro. Homekeeper is built into Command. Okay? In Mission 2, we will show you how to take the Homekeeper blog. What is the Homekeeper blog? It's a kind of a did you know? Did you know? It also will do blogs, blog entries, either in your kw.com website. And what we do is we hook you up to your Facebook business page. That's right. Everybody should have a Facebook business page. If you don't, get with me. If you don't know how to do it, it takes less than 5 minutes to do that. But what it does is Homekeeper will automatically auto-populate every other day or every 3 days the Homekeeper blogs to your Facebook business page. Okay? And it also updates your kw.com. Real easy to do that. MLS Touch. MLS Touch is the app for your MLS, for the multiple listing service. Okay? Now, I'm not a big fan of it. Why? Because I don't know anybody on a smartphone that can't bring up the full MLS in a browser. So I've never used it as much. If you like it, you use it, that's fine. I have no problem with that. It's up to you how you want to use it. I don't really go too much depth in it. I just let you know that it's there, okay? The rest of the apps. Today, we're going to talk about the white one and the red one, the consumer app and the command app. Throughout the rest of the missions 1, 2, 3, and 4, we will talk about and work with and do the other apps, okay? What I highly encourage you to do is at least download them. You don't have to play with them. Don't worry about it. If you can't log in, wait for the class. I've already got the speedway to get everything done the right way, okay? Any questions before I move on? Any questions from the home viewers?
Nope, we're good. Thank you.
We're good. And I'd like to welcome, because we open this to everybody, I'd like to welcome another Market Center tech trainer, if you're ever down in the Sarasota area. Brandy Shatterberg has joined us. Welcome, Brandy.
Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Any questions?
Nope.
Okie dokie. All right. So let's continue onward. So I'm just going to go through the handout first, and then we will go live. All right. So the top heading says, get started with the KW app. KW Answers. KW Answers. There are 2 ways that you can get to KW Answers. The first way, and I might be bouncing around a little bit here, not to worry though. See if we can get this correct. The first way that you can get to KW Answers is kwconnect.com. kwconnect.com is everything and anything Keller Williams. Everything and anything Keller Williams. Once again, everything and anything Keller Williams. So as we go to the tabs up here that you see under the training tab, you will see it says answers, answers. When I go to the answers, it'll say, got tech questions? Because most agents, when they start out, when did they do their business? Anyone? Evening when, ma'am?
Eastern Standard Time.
11 o'clock at night. And Ronnie will not answer the text and will not pick up the phone, so don't bother.
Slacker.
I stopped doing that a long time ago, and my wife gave me the dirty look. Why am I doing that? Okay? So you can ask just about anything and everything in here pertaining to anything and anything pertaining to, okay? So in the handout, I've given you guys, get started with the KW app. That's talking about the consumer app. So let me just switch that. And in other words, it says right there, get started with the KW app from start to finish. And this is why I give you the app through the chat, or you can go to answers in KW Connect. Why? You can click on these live links to get yourself more acquainted with the app. You can click on the live links to learn everything. See, they still have Kelly built in there if you want to learn about Kelly. Okay? Customize your consumer experience. Launch your KW app marketing. It'll guide you to a smart plan. So it'll let you know exactly where to go for the smart plan that you can promote your app. So guess what? Even though you've never heard of smart plans, you don't know what a smart plan is, click it. Who cares? Okay? You can't break it. I tried. So don't worry about it. All right? And if you find something new, please share with me because I can learn too. And learn how to print a social design. Everything is right on this handout and or right in kwconnect.com. Tells you everything and anything that you can do. Add a smart plan. Let's play catch up. Thank you. Add a smart plan from the Smart Plans library. Now, thank God for Scott Leroy Marketing. This is why if some of you have tried to book time with me, the first thing I'll ask you, did you get your Keller Cloud setup complete? Scott does 90% of the back end. I tie in the rest of it. So it's a lot easier. In the beginning, I used to help people, but it took too long, too much time. Scott's got a team and he's got it down to a science. Once it's done, it's pretty easy to get everything else connected, okay? All right, also tells you, some of you don't know where your URL is. If you haven't met with me, you won't know. Today you'll find out, but I'm gonna show you where your URL is. Tells you to download, customize your consumer guide. Oh my God, the consumer guide. What's the consumer guide? We'll talk about that a little bit. That's a powerful thing already built by KWRI. You really don't even have to touch it. Leave it alone. It's got everything you need. And I'll show you that when we go into the app. All right. Share your KW app. We'll show you how to do that today. Track client engagement. Oh my God. So the new word that we learned in Ignite yesterday from Cynthia is we track people, starts with an S, ends with an LY. What was that?
No, sneakily, right?
Sneakily. Very good though, close. There you go, right, Jordan? She just,
But you better get click out.
there you go. So Cynthia came up with a new word. We sneakily, that's the artificial intelligence, watching, okay? And I'm going to teach you how not to tip your hand that they say, oh my God, you're watching me. I'm never going to use this again. Okay. All right. So that should be the end of the app. The second part is Kelly. I'm going to leave that. If you want to do it with your homework or you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. It's an app that we're told is going to be sunsetted, but until it's sunset, I'm still using it. If you want to find out about it, book time with me and we'll go over why I believe that it's still of great value. Okay. All right. So any questions before I move on? Either at home or Laura, you got this? Thank you, because Dawn's not paying attention on me here. I don't know what she's doing.
She better be. She needs it.
Love it. All right,
Why have you?
let's stop the share. Let's now go and we're going to go live. So Greg White, you're probably the most fluent with this right now. Reason being is you and I did this yesterday at 1 o'clock.
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll see. We're gonna go through it, and then we'll see just how valuable this is. All right, so let me see if I can get this to work right. All right. Let's see. All right, so everybody should see my phone. Okay, no comments. All right, so there's my phone. I'm going to go into the real estate folder. So you'll see there's more in my folder than I told you to download because there are others that you can use. I am going to click on the KW red and white, no, white and red, the white background. That is the consumer app. Now, if this is your first time doing this, it's going to ask you to either log in or sign up. Please remember, this is a consumer app. You have to act like a consumer. Do not try and log in. You want to sign up. You want to sign up. And the way I teach it is sign up and make a test account. Does anybody know why? Give that lady a gold star. And because she's in the back, I'll say it. Because you use it for everything in the ecosystem. When you send out 500 emails, make sure that test one is on there. If it doesn't come back in 5 minutes, that's the red flag. You don't want to find out 2 weeks later, nobody got that email. Something happened. Not to say it will. And it's also good to let it go loop, come back to you. You open it up and you see, oh, this is what they're going to see. This is what they're going to see. So when they call you up and they say, hey, that was a pretty nice email that you did. You don't do the Ralph Cramden humming. What is you talking about, right? You know exactly what it is. So make sure you use that test app for everything you do. I promise you, in the long run, it'll teach you and it'll also protect you. All right, so if isn't it? Yes, it is, and you can learn from it. Absolutely.
I don't know how to set up.
Well, thank you. Could you please broadcast that? I know, I'm just teasing. Thank you. All right, so today is Thursday, and Thursday I'm getting lucky here. Thank God. So what are these black circles? Can anybody tell me?
Houses for sale.
Houses for sale. What are the black circles that have the green checkerboard?
Open houses.
What was that?
Open houses.
Ding, 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 ding. Give the lady a cigar. Very nicely done. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
So what happens with this? Well, because we know at Keller Williams, it's what? God, family, business. So Saturday, I'm with my family and I can't go out with those buyers that just showed up. So I tell the buyers, please take my app. Please take my app. Wherever you see the green checkerboard in the area they're looking, that's the open house. I will then give them a stack of my open house guest passes. Open house guest passes. That's what your business cards are. Your open house guest passes. Because when they walk into that open house and they run into me, who's going to say, please sign in, give all your information. They will already be trained by you. This is who you deal with, my realtor. That's what these are for. These are open house guest passes, okay? They're also used for what? Put them in with the note cards that you write, okay? Handwritten note cards. That's why Ignite students, when you first start out, make sure you go downstairs and ask Maya nicely to print you out a temporary cards. She'll put you out a kit. You take those cards, you put it in the note cards, thanking them for taking your call and your daily 10-4, whoever you're talking to. That's probably one of the most powerful tools you can use. All right. So that's how we take care of that. All right. So before I move on, I would like to, since it all popped up like this, show you that if I move around from place to place, it will pick up anywhere in the United States and Canada. Yes, the United States and Canada. And I have heard from some of my referral partners in Mexico that it's working. Puerto Rico, it works too. I believe it's because our MLS, we're the only MLS that I know of that have the whole country of Puerto Rico in our multiple listing service, okay? In case you didn't know that. But anyway, as I move around, let's say I forgot where I was, whatever. At the top where that arrow is next to city, address, school, that's the GPS. It will take you back to within a half-mile radius of where you're at. So right now it's taking us back to the office, okay? All right, the next thing. When you first log on to this beautiful tool, it's going to have some splash screens that are going to tell you about what can happen and what's going on. What they're referring to is in the middle here, we have what's called the guide. If I click on the guide, the guide is already set up on the buying side and on the selling side. On the buying side, it's all the way from start to finish, how in fact you can buy a home. On the selling side, it's start to finish, how you sell your home. Each one of the modules, if you click on it, has already been done by Keller Williams Realty International. You don't even have to modify it. It makes you an expert. It's already done for you. About the only modification, and you can add to this, you can take away from it if you so desire. About the only thing you want to do is like I did, brand it. Brand it to yourself. That's the first thing I did. Put my business card first, little mini bio, and then as they move in, they go to each step and they learn how and what to do with each step in this case. Very good. I'm so glad you asked that question. Thank you so much. So we're going to switch gears a little bit here. Let me just see. Bum, 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 bum. So answers.kw.com, answers.kw.com. So the question was, how do we modify that? If you go to answers.kw.com in the search, I'm just going to go real arbitrarily. Oh, look at that. All I typed in was guide. Look how smart they are. Customize your consumer guide. I click on that. A step, oh my God, they got a video too. No, say they don't have a video, they have a video. Now, not all the time you see videos, but there are a majority of how-tos in there. Guess where they're also located? Yes, and where else? Your Keller Williams Classic Cappers and Training page and your Keller Williams Southwest Orlando Mastermind page, both Facebook pages, I post them. They're sitting there. They're sitting there waiting. When Dawn said to me, we're doing goal setting, I said, oh, you mean the video I posted November 21st of last year? That's what we're talking about? That's the goal setting, okay? That will be after this. Yes, ma'am. So if I was to click on this, it will take you step by step. It's a 4-minute and 43-second video. I'm not going to play that now. And it will walk you step by step by step by step. I know Cynthia went over it yesterday, right? Clicked on it and showed us how to open up the guide. You can move it around, anything you want to do. The guide also is located where? It's located in your kw.com website. Remind me, after we get through this, I'll show you where that's located, because the only way they see it is if they log into your website. Why is that good? Because you want to be able to have captured their information. Once they have logged into your app, they already have the same login to use on your kw.com website, which will open up to the guide and everything that has to do with it. This right here will tell you step by step how to add to it, how to delete everything and anything, step by step by step by step. And as you see on the bottom, then they refer to get acquainted with articles, related articles. So it says the Command app, going back to it, the KW app, Command app homepage. So here, Those of you that say to us, and I quote, well, I don't know how to do a buyer presentation. I don't know how to do a listing presentation. Step by step by step, create a buyer presentation and designs, create a listing presentation. It is step by step by step by step. I can't make it any easier. You just got to follow it. That's all I can
Then you
say.
reach a step that doesn't work for you and then you don't know what to do and then you give up and you don't do it.
That's why you have the question mark
Ah,
and you have technical support.
ah.
What we have found, Donnie, I'm not going to pick on you, but what we have found is sometimes it's user error.
It usually is, and you are absolutely permitted to pick on me because
No,
that's why in the training, I like the hands-on physically doing it.
and that's why book time with Ronnie, right? Don't we do that?
No, I like.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, whatever.
That for sure.
Anyway, we got to keep moving here. Gotta keep moving. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whew. All right, so is this good things? Is this good stuff for you? All right, let's go back into the app because I know you're saying to yourself, oh my God, this is too much to handle. Yes, I know. Just remember where everything is located. 99% is kwconnect.com, kwconnect.com. Okay, where else can you find it? Okay, I'm going to show you right now where you can find it. Before I go back into the app, since I opened my mouth, let me see if we go over here and open that. Just got to slide this over. They got me pushing all these buttons. See if that does it. Yes, that should do it. Okay, come on, YouTube, play nicely. So everybody knows the YouTube, right? The YouTube. So the YouTube, Ronnie created Kelly W. Classic Campers in Training / my name purposely on Super Bowl Sunday, 2016, because the Ignite that I taught, you had to watch an hour and a half of videos prior to session 1. If you weren't in Winmore, you didn't have access to these. So what I did was I put it in here. What we have come to find out is that we were able to put a lot of different stuff in here to help everybody get where they want to in this business. So there's a lot of how-tos, there's a lot of videos all about your business. Now, if I go to the home, I did it today to make sure it was in there. Customize your consumer. Okay, come on. Customize your consumer guide, which I just showed you. There's the video. Okay, so if you can't find a KW Connect, it's there. How to set goals. Ding, 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 ding. That's after this class. I put it there. All right. Perfect pricing with easy, accurate CMAs from RPR. That's RPR's webinar that came a year after I created mine. Okay. Then the new 6 personal perspectives. That's what these are. Yep. Happened to find that out the other day. They were updated in 2022 this year. There's 6 brand new 6 personal perspective videos because the original ones that I taught with, number 4 was this lady called Georgia Alpazar. She's the regional director of our North Florida region. Her office is on the other side of that wall, and that's what I used to say all the time. Then I noticed number 4 changed. That's not Georgia. So it's updated, current, they've revamped it, okay? There's a lot of other things. When I teach an Ignite, I will call attention to this. If I do the Ignite Win the Buyer class, there's buyer presentations in here that you guys need to look at because it'll help you to educate the buyer and do what they have to do. All right, so make sure that you have this bookmarked, and this way it will help your business. Truth be told, I'm often told or often asked, how come you didn't make this a secret one? Well, when I first started, I was learning myself, and I was on a Facebook page with other Ignite instructors from across the country. And I just said one day, I got the videos there. They said, can we look at it? And it just started blowing up. Everybody started looking at it. So I left it wide open. So it's open to anybody that can look at it, okay? So because at Keller Williams, what do we know that we do best? The culture is we share. All right, So let's get back into the app because I know what you're anxious to see about that. All right, so I get back into the app. Now, while we're in the app, I'm going to go back to the home, which is search. Search, okay? So when you first get this app, the one thing you want to do is go over to more. You want to go over to more. My test is Ronnie Yahoo because I use my Yahoo address. Put Ronnie test or whatever works. All right, you need to add an agent. You will click on there and add an agent. Who can tell me the agent that you're going to add? Who said that? Very good, very good.
Oh, I was gonna add Ronnie.
Very good. I'll pay you 25% referral, but I think you want 100%. So you would find yourself how you are in our Winmore. It's still in Winmore, right? In Winmore. However, you got signed in there, you find yourself, you add yourself. Why do you want to add yourself? Because then anybody and everybody that you come in contact with will come down here where it says share the KW app. This is your business card. This is your business card. Can somebody tell me why? Okay. Capture whose information? Their information? Very good. Customer, please, customer. We are trans brokers. Words matter. Customer, customer.
If you're sending.
Nah, she booked one-on-one with Ronnie.
If you're but if you're sending it to them, you already have their information to send it to them,
No, okay, so role play with me.
all right?
Okay, we meet on the street. And of course, as a high eye, I can't shut up. So how do you get me to shut up? Do you have a business card? I give you my business card, you walk to the first trash can, you throw it out. Instead, I go, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have my business card. What's your cell phone number? I'll send you my contact information. And I share the app. And as the young lady in the back said, I captured the information, and that's the key. You control the contact. That's why this is the most powerful app that agents don't use.
So you're getting their information because you just asked them for their cell number. It's not like it's collecting their email address and everything else yet.
2 days later, hey, how'd you like the app? Oh, I forgot to download it. Okay, let me walk you through it. Oh, by the way, if you want, I can send you instructions. What is your email address? Oh, and by the way, what's your home address? Well, why do you want my home address? I'd like to send you a thank you note thanking you for speaking to me the other day. It's called data mining. It's called data mining. We learned it in Ignite. In Ignite, the first script asked for the business 5 times. Asked for the business 5 times. It data mines to get all the information that you can. It's designed specifically to ask them. The third paragraph in the script says, I have a wealth and timely information that I'd love to send you. Do I have your correct email address and your physical address? It's not to send them the information, well, the email is, but the physical address is to write the handwritten note card if you don't have their address, okay? I'm sorry? Do you think? You think? Or who wants the easiest way to sneakily find them? Write it all down now. Where do we go to, young lady there, agent services coordinator? Starts with a true and ends with a search. TruePeopleSearch.com. Ding, 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 ding. Put the name in there or the phone number or the address. And if they haven't specifically blocked it on True People Search, because it's on the bottom, if you don't want to be on there, True People. If they haven't blocked it on there, you'll get everything. Who knows who Steve Burke is? One of our trusted vendor partners, mortgage guy. He's in his office today, actually. When I asked Steve, I said, hey, Steve, did you actually live at these 41 places? He said, because I put in Steve Burke just to play around. Got about 25 phone numbers, got about 10 email addresses, and 45 addresses. He said, and I quote, I forgot that I lived there. But let's think outside of the box, guys. What's the opportunity? I call the number, even though I have Steve's number. No, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number, Steve Burke. Hi, Ronnie with Keller Williams Classic Realty. Thank you so much for taking my call. Because I like to help friends and family in the Southwest Orlando area, How can I help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Who do you know? It's an opportunity. It's a phone number that you could possibly get business from.
I'm 72 years old and live in Boise, Idaho.
That's fantastic. I happen to work with 1,000 agents every day on a mastermind call, and I do have
68.
a
I'm
great
not 68.
agent in, oh, somebody's looking herself up. There you go. And I have great agents in Boise, Idaho. I'd love to have them get in touch with you. Would that be okay with you? That's called the referral network, guys. It's also in command. Okay? Okay, okay.
Okay, but the information is totally not
But it's still an opportunity because whoever picks up on the other end, I'm asking for a referral. All right, so how do you share the app? I'm glad you asked. Click on that button right there to share the app. What's going to happen is you can do it how? You can do it very easily by a text message. You can do an email. Typically, the text message is the one to work because I want to show you why I want the text message. All right, so if you see down on the bottom, it says HTTPS app.link KW1Q9RLO808. That is mine, coded to me. Dawn has a different one. You have a different one. Malaya has a different one. You have a different one. Everybody on this call that is with Keller Williams has a different one coded to them. But what does it say? I use the KW app to search for homes with my agent, Ronnie DiCarlo. So in your case, because you signed up and acted like a consumer, it's going to say, I use it with my agent, Dawn Grigsby. It's patting you on the back, telling them, download it now for a personalized experience.
Can you send it internationally through WhatsApp?
Probably, yep, you're absolutely right. Now, they may not be able to download it though. I don't know if it'll work.
Oh, because it's an app, not a website.
Yeah, and of course, the MLS is not going to show up. Yeah.
Maybe a waste then, it would be too
Probably,
confusing.
yeah. Okay? All right, any questions on that?
Yeah, I have a question on something on what she said actually. So when you said the MLS won't show up, it won't show up for their country? Or would they-
Yeah, for their country.
Would they be able to like, if they want to move to Florida, they want to move everything from international? Would they be able to see Florida's like?
Your website,
Okay.
your website they could use, the kw.com website. The app, no, because the app is looking locally.
Gotcha.
But we do know it works in United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and I believe Mexico. Okay, good question. All right, let's move on. Let's go back. All right, I'm going to discard. Let's go back into the app. So now we are in the app. Okay, and I am just going to pick one property. Let me see. Oh, I wonder if I have to do. Just give me 1 second, guys. I wanted to get one so I can show you where it says open house. So you see exactly what you're looking at. And it mind boggles me that here in Orlando, they're not doing open houses or setting open houses for today. Where I keep finding these open houses every day is Jacksonville. Jacksonville, that's scary. There's one right there. Ormond by the Sea. All right, so I'm going to look at it. Nope, that's not the one I want. Come on. Where did that go? Come on. You'll also see as I click on these, when they turn gray, that lets the consumer know that they have already viewed it. That's the idea with that. To let them know that they already viewed that. All right, looks like we're having a little, I think it's fat finger, to be honest with you.
Operator error.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Operator. All right, I'm gonna leave it for now. So I don't want to spend all this time on that. It was in Flagler, right? All right, let's just come back here and make it easy on us. All right, so I'm gonna pick this one, 379, 320, okay? You see, they tell you that it's a new listing. There's also a button for virtual tour, So if you clicked on that, it'll give you a virtual tour of what it is. You'll notice the dots in the picture there. As you swipe, shows you picture after picture after picture. So you see the pictures that were there on there, okay? As I open it up, if you've been onto the multiple listing service, this now is similar to a customer synopsis. You're going to see everything pulled from the multiple listing service except for the code broke. In other words, what you get paid and who the listing agent is. It'll say the listing brokerage, but not their name. All right, so as we scroll down, you'll see it says save or share. You could do a heart, okay? So I'm going to do a heart on this one on purpose. Okay, it says it can go into Ronnie's favorites. So I would click it and put it into my favorites. Click save. So the consumer could do that. I could share it. Who could I share it with? Well, let's say I noticed it and I want to make sure my wife sees it. I could share it with my wife, either by text, email, etc. Next, you'll see if you have given Scott Leroy all of your profile stuff, like your pretty picture, right? You'll see your pretty pictures there. You'll see your license number if you gave it to him and your information. The next thing it says, save thousands on your next home loan. Does anybody know what that is? Keller Mortgage, that's right. That's our mortgage company. Keller Williams has a mortgage company called Keller Mortgage, and you can save thousands. So why would this be important to you? Well, we do have 3 vendors that we know and love in our market center, our preferred lenders, and that's North Point, and that's Trey with Movement Mortgage, and Steve Burke, okay? Let's say you still wanted to use another one. You still have Keller Mortgage at your disposal. Keller Mortgage gives you the 0+ loan. There are no origination fees. There are no lender fees. There's no application fees. Any loan over $150,000, they will receive $1,000 back at closing. It's a very powerful tool that you can use. Now, I'm going to click on it, but because I've already done it, it probably will not show me the matrix that I want to show you. When you first start with this app, it will show you the matrix. This one's going to tell you the Keller Williams Advantage and then ask you, do you want to refinance? Do you want to buy a home, etc. Tells you about the advantage of what, using it, 98% deals closed, 4.8 out of 5 average customer satisfaction, where you can apply, frequently asked questions. I haven't been on there. Everything you need to know and more about the loans, etc. So it gives a lot of stuff there. There's customer service. When someone clicks it in the app and you're coded to it, meaning that you are the agent they chose, you automatically get attached to that. And the loan officer will call you. Why do I know this? Because this is my most powerful tool at my open houses. At my open houses, this is how I start up a conversation and ask them specifically, are you doing cash or financing? We're doing financing, okay? And of course, to get rid of me, well, do you have a pre-approval letter? Oh, I've been with my bank for 25 years. Oh, that's fantastic. You want to write down a script? It's one line. It's the easiest script you can ever remember. Malaya, you owe it to yourself to get a second opinion. I just made it about who? Okay. And I will repeat that several times. May I share with you? And then bring up where I'm doing the open house, 123 Main Street. You see we're right here. So my company, Keller Williams, has a division called Keller Mortgage. We have the 0+ loan. Now, I know you said you loved your bank and you probably paid an application fee. What was it, about $350? Well, Keller Mortgage, you'll save between $0 and $500 on that application. Once again, no obligation, and you owe it to yourself to get a second opinion. Any loan over $150,000, you will get $1,000 back at closing. Let me share one other tidbit with you. Let's say today you decide you want to put an offer in on this house. The day we go under contract, Keller Mortgage will order the appraisal. Now, in this fast-paced world right now, ordering appraisal today, we may get it back before we do the inspection. And let's say the appraisal comes in and the seller doesn't want to negotiate. We can cancel the deal, save you the money on the inspection. Keller Mortgage will eat the appraisal cost. Move forward.
Does the seller have an obligation or to allow the appraisal if they don't want it? Like, people are winning now because there's no appraisal. Do they have to still let you know if I say, hey, I'm gonna buy this house, but there's no appraisal contingency?
Who's the only one that can waive an appraisal?
The lender.
Thank you.
Yeah, but still.
Now, if
say if they are able to waive it, or they can cover the differential, the gap or whatever, can you still order an appraisal?
Always.
And does the seller have to give you access?
Yeah, if you're going to do appraisal, because the appraisals need to have access.
But if they say, but you just told us you're waiving the appraisal and you're covering the
Yeah.
appraisal gap, and they're like, yeah, they just want to know how much they.
It's just a formality. They just want to make sure that they dot the i's and cross the t's.
Like it, all right.
It's called a script. It's called a script. Anyway, that's a good question though. Also, what did I say? You have the order for it and it'll wind up, you'll just move on if it doesn't work. Now, I told you on the buy side, let's do the sale side. I'm the listing agent. Dawn, I'm going to use you. Dawn gave me a full price offer. And Dawn said, this is a $500,000 home. The reason I know, because I know exactly what Keller Mortgage will give them, because I had a customer that got this, okay? So Dawnie gives me a full price offer and says, Ronnie, we'll give you a full price offer. The only thing is the lender says that my buyer needs $3,000 in closing costs. We need to sell it to help you with closing costs. Dawn, I want to thank you so much for your offer. Unfortunately, my seller is not paying any closing costs. It's just not going to happen. But I do have something that I can do for you. You're asking for $3,000. I'm going to strongly encourage you. I'm going to have my Keller Mortgage representative get in touch with you. And I can assure you that not only they're going to get $3,000, they're going to get $6,000. Because on $500,000, it's my customer got $6,340. That's what they saved. So now I actually gave more than the buy side asked. So Dawn, being in the business a while, might say, well, you'll cut me out of my commission. Nope, nope. The only reason this works is because as long as a Keller Williams agent is attached to the buy side or the sale side, this can be done. None of my sellers pay closing costs anymore. I will just straight out offer it to the opposing side, knowing that it's there. Now, if they ask for something reasonable that I know it's not going to cover, no, of course not. Then we negotiate. But this is the leverage you have with that beautiful tool. You can use it on either side. Okay? Questions? Dawn's thinking. Okay, well, Dawn's thinking, I'm going to move on. All right, so the next one that we have is save up to 30% on home insurance. Ding, 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 ding. That's called Keller Covered. Keller Covered. They will pool from 30 to 40 different insurance companies for home insurance. Are they that good? Well, you learn in this business, try the stuff that's presented to you. So I tried what was presented to me. The same exact company couldn't do any better than I'm getting now. Okay. I said to myself, well, I've been with them 16 years. Maybe that's why. Okay. But for a first time buyer, I think it was a great price that they were offering. All right. Is it going to be good every time? No, but it's just an option. You owe yourself to get a second opinion. You owe it to yourself to get a second opinion. This is one-stop shopping, as we call it. Property description, just like it is from the multiple listing service, from the customer's office, property details, financial details, the Florida Center, okay? So it's giving you a snapshot. How many homes for sale, average days on the market, home price, average home price. That's one of the reasons I'm still keeping Kelly around, because Kelly gives a snapshot, which I like to send. Walkability. Walkability, it is saying that this is a car-dependent neighborhood. Why is that good? Well, mom has 4 small children. She's not walking to Walmart or Publix to get milk. She's gonna have to take the car, so she knows in advance. Okay? Nearby schools, from greaterschools.org is where the percentages are coming from, and what I'm told by the mommies, that's where they swear by, greaterschools.org. Okay? So that's there for you. Ooh, Dr. Phillips High School, 59%. Uh-oh, that's unusual. Payment calculator, ding, 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 ding. What's the mortgage rate right now? Oh, do I have realtors in this room or not?
All depends on what your credit rating is. and
What is
your
the
debt to
average mortgage right now? What's that?
income.
4%, ding, ding, ding. There's a realtor. There's a realtor. Knows what the interest rate is. You should know it. Because they didn't update the app. It used to say 4%. when it was at 2.9.
4.5 or 5, you say, but you told me I was 4%.
No, no, no.
I would say, it depends, you need to talk with your
Exactly,
lender.
exactly.
It will depend on your debt to income and your, but the average right now is.
I'm asking if the realtors even know what's going on in the market.
Roger that.
Thank you. Okay,
I just want to answer properly.
what's that?
Someone I know should be
5%. It could be, well, it depends. It,
4 or 5.
no, but the market is floating at 4 right now. So if you have a perfect score of 850, you're probably getting 4. You might even be getting 3.5. If you have 620s, 650, you might be getting 5. Okay? So can anybody get 4%? Even with a 620 score?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Well, you're not, I'm gonna go this way. You're not over. You can buy down the points. We used to buy it down. You can get that point if you want. You just got to pay for it. You can buy it down. Yeah. But that's okay. But right now, generally, it is holding, floating at 4. Is now a good time to buy? How many of you looked at the slide deck that I posted on both Facebook pages from the vision speech by Gary Keller?
Anytime's a good time.
The most popular one that you should have in your buyer consultation and your listing presentation is the mortgage rates. In 1972, the interest rate was 7.3. Is now a good time to buy? Yes. Would last year have been a better time to buy? Yes. Would 1982 have been a good time to buy? No, because I had 10% 3-year adjustable rate mortgage, and it went as high as 18. The flat line is 5 right now. That's what it says on the graph. Came down from 6. So until we flatline anything below that, it's time to buy. And there's another beautiful slide on there. We'll probably talk about it. I'm assuming Cynthia will bring it up at the family reunion debrief here. And that slide says that in 1989, the mortgage rate, the mortgage payment monthly was $1,900. The same home today in 2022 is $1,400. The other 2 slides say a car in 1989 was $15,000. How much is a car today? 30,000? You understand? The mortgage payment is actually better today than it was 30 years ago. All right? No, don't be sorry. You're getting it is what I'm reading right now. Yeah,
So it's how you put a lump sum down or you buy your points.
there you go. Anyway, talk to the lender to make sure, some people may not have the cash to do that, okay? Absolutely, absolutely. Also, who knows what the per thousand, how much it's gonna cost them? You should know that too. At this interest rate, per thousand, it's costing you a cost of a Happy Meal, unless it went over $5. That's actually a script I learned 5 years ago from the queen of scripts. Her name is Diana Kokoska. It's the cost of a Happy Meal, $5. So you're going to step over pennies to save nickels. Excuse me, you're going to step over nickels to save pennies. It's only $5. Okay. All right. So you can go in here, you can change it. So I'm going to move it to 4. Hopefully I do it right. There we go, 4. And currently it's 1,500 a month at 2.95. At 4%, it goes up $182. $182. For those of you that keep hearing your buyers telling you, I'm waiting for the market prices to come down. What just happened with the interest rate going up to 4%? Thank you. How much? But there's a rule of thumb. It's a real easy one. For any 1%, you lose 10% in buying power. 1% up, 10% loss automatically. Yeah, that's the easiest way to tell your buyers. If you want to wait, I know you're pre-approved right now for 300,000. If you wait and it goes up 1, you can only afford 270.
The problem is inventory is so tight.
And are the houses at 270 as good as the houses at 300?
Yeah, they're getting 10,
Probably not.
15 offers.
Probably not.
Cash, you know, over ask,
Absolutely.
very hard.
Absolutely.
Trey did a really good job on showing that to people, like why they need to have their offer be so great right out of the gate.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a really nice YouTube, and he did it in writing too.
So I teach it because I'm taught it on the shift call because we learned that. Today with buyers, you have to educate them that the list price is their starting price.
It's not enough.
So if they're maxed out at 250, you have to look at homes at 200, knowing that they may be out at 250.
And if you're doing financing, so many of, you're pretty much zoned to condo and townhomes. And so many of them can't close with financing because they have.
But money can save anything, so they save their money and they can cover a gap. So even if they're financing, the reality is the more money can help anything. So they've got a lot of money in the bank, they can cover
Possibly.
a gap.
Each thing is individual. All right, let's keep moving on. We remind them again about Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. The next thing, they see nearby homes. So we're going to swipe a home. We're going to swipe a home. Tells them the homes that are in the area. Basically gives them an idea. Let's move down. It's provided by, incorporated with Grid MLS and Stellar MLS, which is our MLS. That's how we have it here. So now the buyer, as they're looking at this, is like, oh my God, I love this home. I would definitely want to see this right now. So at the bottom there on the left, you see it says schedule a video tour. And this is why I want you to have that test account so you make sure everything's working properly. So we hit schedule a tour. You have 3 different opinions, right? Choose a date, choose a time. They made it nice, morning, afternoon, or evening. Click save, okay? The next thing, decide, this is the buyer deciding, is it going to be in person? They are going to meet you at the home. You're going to take them around and show them the home. Or are you going to go to the home? And if you're like me and Savannah, we'll have our gimbal and we go around with the video. All right. And show them either on Zoom, FaceTime, or something other. Somebody choose which one we're going to go.
Between in person or live?
In person. I choose in person. The gentleman wants in person. I'm now going to schedule that tour. I'm going to click away. I just got a notification instantaneously, sneakily, that I have something going on. So let me see if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. Agent site notification. So what do you think is going to happen when I do the agent site notification? It brings us our next app, the command app. It brings the command app. So the command app takes me right to the person that did this. And it's who? It's me, right? It's me. Now, how do I find out what they wanted? I click on the timeline. And now in the timeline, it says what? In-person tour requested. I just found out instantaneously. If it didn't go, because this is just a new upgrade, if it didn't go directly to here, if I go to the home screen, this is the home screen of Command app. Up here, where the bell icon is, these are the notifications. So the notification tells me, new contact form message received from Ronnie Yahoo. That's my test account. View contact, went there. I go to timeline. Timeline tells me in-person tour requested. Let me ask a question, show of hands. Would you want to know this now, or do you want to find out tomorrow that they put the offer in with the listing agent because you knew nothing about it?
In this market, you want to know ASAP, right away. 'Cause they literally
In any market, you want to know right away.
and get it.
Now,
Contact right away.
please, please, please do not call them instantaneously. That's stalking. They'll never use this beautiful tool. I have another script for you. Wait about 20 minutes to a half hour. Hi, Malaya. I just logged into the system and I noticed that you wanted to do a tour on this. Let me ask you, based on your 5 must-haves that we did at the consultation, the buyer consultation, if this touches all of them, are you ready to put in an offer today? Close them before you even go to the home.
Might be ready.
She might say something like, well, if it does meet it, because what? Now, when we get done showing the home, you do the driveway speech. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 meaning you put an offer right now, where are you at? 4. Well, wait a minute. You told me before we started this journey, if it touches everything, what does it not touch you? Well, I want to see one more home. Malaya, in this market, let's do this. Let's put an offer today. If you decide and change your mind tomorrow, I can always pull it. Okay? All right, so that's one of the good things about the app. Let me show you another good thing. So I'm back in the consumer app. Let me see if I'm going to get back to it. Oh, I did. Okay, what does it say on the bottom right? It says, ask your agent. Okay, I didn't look at the pictures, just bear with me. I'm going to put, does it have a pool? Okay, and then I'm going to go to the top and hit submit. Just got notified instantaneously that I got a message. Once again, would you rather find out now or find out tomorrow? Okay, now, remember I told you about my girl Kelly? Went away. The other reason I keep Kelly around is Kelly is the original notification. So I have double notification in case there's a hiccup. What happened is Kelly would not show you. It would only give you the indication that told you go to command on a desktop. The command app now takes it right to where it's supposed to be. So if I click on here, new message, goes right to the timeline. Timeline comes up. Does it have a pool? Okay, easy peasy. Malaya, I understand. I just logged into the system. I understand if it has a pool. Does that mean you want to put an offer? Ask that question. Most agents would say, well, let me find out if it has a pool. No, close. If it has a pool, is this something you want to put an offer on? Well, let me get the lender ready. Whatever, okay? Questions from the home viewing audience and or in here? No questions? Clear as mud? All right, let me go back here now to the command app. How do you log into the command app? The same way you log into command desktop. First initial, last name, whatever goofy password they gave you. That's it. When it logs in, this is the home page, what you're seeing on the screen right here. The home page does your tasks. Due today, due soon, past due. Leads never contacted. You'll learn in Ignite. Everyone starts as a lead and it's labeled with the L until you remove it in command. It will stay as that. Does that mean you can't work with them? No. We're going to teach you the hourglass, which is contact, connected, cultivated. Okay, it's steps that we do. The next thing, recently active. This is the most important thing. Why? What does it say there? In the last 72 hours, I have one recently active. Okay, and that was me, Ronnie Yahoo. So let's say I just saw this. That's the opportunity. And let's say I didn't ask for a, does it have a pool or ask for a tour? That tells me that I was active. That means pick up the phone and call and say, hey, how can I help you? What's going on? All right. You'll see a couple of my buyers 3 days and 4 days ago. I haven't spoken to Frank Brown in 5 years, but he was active 4 days ago. Now, if I didn't have this beautiful system to tell me that, Frank might be calling another realtor. Who knows the 5 deadly words you never want to hear as a realtor? Works on the buy side, works on the sale side, seller side. I just bought a home. I just sold a home, and they're in your database, and it works with you. Those are 5 deadly words you want to keep in your database. Stephanie Moore, look, a month ago, okay? It tracks them, and look how accurate. Minutes. So you can keep your game up and going. That's why what? Always make sure you have the app running in the background at all times. All right, let's go to the next thing. Birthdays. I have 2 tomorrow, 30 within the next 30 days. So if I'm on a birthday campaign that I send birthday cards to all these people, I'm already ready to go. I know what's going on. What else could I do in here? I could do anniversaries, home anniversary. They bought their home last year. Year later, you congratulate them, right? Another touch. Excuse me, ma'am?
Danny Shoemaker is coming up on. the
Danny
second one.
Shoemaker. Okay, very good.
Would you be sending them e-cards or just,
Whatever you decide, that's up to you.
all depends on where they are.
It's up to you. I use a service called AM Cards, real easy. AM Cards is so good, it's ridiculous. You upload your database. Every day at 10 a.m., I get whose birthday's coming up. If it's a week ahead, I push send a card, and it automatically sends a card for me that I picked up. No, and listen, old school works. Old school works, but it takes more time. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a physical card, just that it's automatically. Whatever you want to do, it's how you run your business. That's all it is, okay? Profit share, what's profit share?
Sorry, what'd you say?
That's right.
The cards?
AM cards. AM cards. Yeah. If you want, let me know. I'll send you a link. All right. Profit share. What's profit share? Anyone? Bueller? Yes, young lady.
Profit share is a fantastic system through KWRI where agents are rewarded for bringing people to Keller Williams.
Oh my. So this month, we won't find out to the 21st, because every 21st is the day that we have profit share. And I don't know why, I guess because it's getting ready to turn over. No, wait a minute.
It's 24th.
24th. Okay. So guess what?
Like,
Ronnie didn't get any profit shares.
aw.
Ronnie be sad. Last month I had 36.
How's
Ronnie
that
happy.
possible? You've only been around for 100 years.
Month before, Ronnie got 432. Ronnie extremely happy. I was like, what? Everybody in my downline, and my downline's not massive. I think I have 5 people, but everybody in my downline sold that month. So happy, right? I looked at it this way. Oh boy, that's one less bill this month. Cool, whatever it is, okay? So profit share, that's what that is. It'll show you there exactly what your profit share is. All right, any questions on the apps? All right. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing. If we click to the right of the home, it'll show you what? All of your contacts, okay? I'm not gonna go into command in depth like I would normally do. So I know, you know what? I think I will, but I'll show you here first. So right here, you'll see that in the contacts, all contacts, there's all of the contacts. I have 3,332 contacts. I gotta get one more so I can play the lottery, okay? So, anyway, if I have the phone number, it lights up. If I don't have the phone number, shame on me. But that's an opportunity to do what? Data mine and get that. So one day I'll be in True People Search looking for Aaron's number. If I don't find Aaron's number, then what? Whatever number is there, I call. And it might be a new contact that I add. Now, the only other thing I have is an email. Okay, shoot an email. If I don't get a response, I got to make a decision. So I was taught, some people say trash it. I was taught put it in an orphan file because you never know.
Actually, go on truepeoplesearch.com.
Well, that would be the first, but if I still can't find it, then I would put them in an orphan file. But that's absolutely right. Perfect. Okay? All right, so you can do that. What else can you do? Well, we're going to get a little ahead of ourselves. If I want to filter, that's up top there. The filter will tell you what to do, okay? I know Cynthia talked about an Ignite tagging them. So we do what's called do the database to, DTD2. That's calling 2 letters of the alphabet by last name every single week. By doing that, you're doing the part of the 36 touch that says you touch the database 4 times a year, 4 times a year, 4 times a year, okay? So by doing that, if I was to go on the phone and hit the tag, and this week is N and R, okay? I click on it, and because my whole database is already tagged with the DTD2, excuse me, instead of 3,332 contacts, I hit apply, I now only have 184. So if I started on Monday, that means to do it properly, I would have to do about 26, 27 calls a day, okay? To touch base with them. And it's not getting long and drawn and everything else, it's just touching, catching up with them. Here's the best part though. You can actually go right from your phone, the ones that I have phone numbers. So if I click Adriana, it says personal, primary. When I do it and click on it, it would call them. I'm gonna hit cancel.
You pay extra for that, don't you?
No,
Are you sure? I just tried to send a text from there. and-
that's Twilio. That's different. The text will cost you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so it says open with, and I could do it with the phone. All right, I open it up, there it is, okay? I can call. Once I'm done with the call, then I come back in here and it says add activity. Would you like to add this call to Adriana Rodriguez's timeline? Yes, and I would say what? It was call, this date, and now they have options here. We talked, no answer, left voicemail. I would put left voicemail and then get saved, description, left voicemail, save. So now timeline activity added. If I was to go into her contact card and go to the timeline, right there, you do it from the phone. It's done. Perfect. Okay. What else can I do? Go to the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one and never leave my phone. That's the newest feature that they did with the command app. Okay. Questions? No? All right, let's do this. Let me get out of the app. And I'm going to go now into, stop this here. Let's go in here. Now, when you guys meet with me for the first time, we always go in and set up your command properly. So I'm going into agent.kw.com. And usually when we first get in there, I will move around a screen on the right side. They gave us the way to customize it, but never told anybody how to do it. What you want in front of you on the right side up top here is you want the recent leads, the recent leads. You see here, recent leads, Stephanie Moore. And it tells you how long ago. It tells you where she came from. What's the circle with the check mark mean? Close.
What is it? Yes or no?
Oh, you're okay.
You can't really see it. Yeah,
Do I?
it's very light, it's hard to see.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
So sorry. That better?
What does it mean?
It means they downloaded and installed the app.
Oh.
Why is that good?
Nice to know.
Because let's say you sent an app campaign through a smart plan to download the app. And you see a bunch of people here, but they don't have the circle and the check mark. Hey, how'd you like the app? I forgot to download it. Okay, let me walk you through it. There's the opportunity. Or you see circle and the check mark. Hey, were you able to get the app downloaded? Of course, you know they already did, but it's a conversation. It's a touch. Find out, would you like, do you have any questions about it? How can I help you? Do you want to set up, I can show you how to set up a search or anything and everything. Okay. So now I'll use Stephanie right now because she's there. And then I will also show you mine because I'll show you why you do the test one. So Stephanie did this 16 days ago, and truth be told, she's been on hold with me. She's been on hold with me because I had to get Keller Mortgage involved with her. So she's going to Keller Mortgage. Now, my Keller Mortgage guy has been in touch with me, giving me updates. So I know, okay? I logged in day before yesterday, and if you double click on her name there or go over here where it says contacts, it'll bring up their contact card. So I'm going to double click. Bring up her contact card.
If you put it in the app, like a message, like you contact, will it come over here?
Yes. Stay tuned.
Is there a delay?
Stay tuned.
Okay.
So you see, Stephanie has been just a little active. Just a little active. Stephanie has favorites in Fort Myers, Winter Springs, Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres, Fort Myers, Winter Springs. Now you would say Fort Myers is here, Winter Springs is over here. That's true. The reason is she is a referral from an agent in Fort Myers to me. So I spoke to the agent a couple of times. She's still on the fence of where she wants to be. She thought she didn't want Fort Myers because it's more expensive, but she's still looking. They're still looking. So now I see it. Now I know exactly what she's doing. This one she was interested in. So I called her and I said, what'd you like about that one? Okay. Well, it just caught my eye. Okay. All right. But you see, she's very active and still looking. Very active and still looking. Okay. All right. So let's go into, I'm going to use, first I'm going to use mine, my test. Okay, that's good. Come on. Okay, so what is my health score? Health score,
What's your percentage? I can't see it from.
100%. 100% is my health score.
Well, I'll ask your doctor about that.
Okay, so there's my health score, 100%. The goal is to get them to 100%. The goal is to data mine. Yes, Drew.
Sorry, what is the health score?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So how do we get to 100%? You need a name, you need a phone number, you need a physical address, you need an email address, you need a date of birth, you need an anniversary, you need a social media, you need a Nope. You need a neighborhood. A neighborhood, whether it's theirs or where they're looking. If you do that, you will get to 100%. What is the goal in doing that? It's to keep in touch with them, in touch with them, in touch with them. Now, how many of you are going through your head, oh my God, I'm bothering them? No, you're not. I had the same thing. I had the same limiting belief. Oh, I'm bothering them again. I'm bothering them again. Nope, you're not bothering them. It's your job. It's your job to keep, remember, come from contribution. All I want to do is help families. All I want to do is help families. All I want to do is help families. How many of you would like to have them call you instead of you having to call them? Yeah, so a good friend of mine, our former launch coach, Mabel Cologne. The legendary story goes like this. Number one, she forgot to take off her badge when she sat down at the bar and got 3 buyer leads. Second one, she calls like she's supposed to, and the first words out of her mouth, yeah, Mabel, we know. We know somebody wants to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. Mabel is 100% referral database. She don't even have to call them. She don't have to prospect. They call her. They know. Now, trust me, she still does the 36 touch and calls like she's supposed to. But it's in their head that they have to call her when they hear, think, speak of real estate. That's the way you want to be. If you're at a family reunion, Gary Keller said this, I was taught a long time ago, if you're not number 1 or number 2, they move on. Gary said on stage Saturday, if you're not number 1, you're done. That's how difficult it is today. So you have to be top of mind. You must be top of mind. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at mine because I said to you, I'll show you guys a little bit about it. Now, you see it says, does it have a pool? Yeah, the same thing I got on the app. Does it say I want a video tour? Yes, it does. And anything and everything is tracked. Anything and everything is tracked. Anytime they touch the app and click on a listing, it gets recorded, so you already know. Can somebody tell me why is that important? So you know what to say to them, okay? Well, let's take this. I beg pardon, beg pardon?
It gives you a lot of insight as to what they're looking for.
Absolutely, very good.
So that if you see a home that's perhaps not on the MLS and it's on another source.
Bingo,
Or it's an owner, for sale by owner.
bingo,
Happen to be driving by the neighborhood and you see it. Or
bingo.
you Go hunting for shadow inventory, which is something I just started getting desperate.
So where's shadow inventory?
Everywhere
Where is the shadow inventory? The first place you should look.
in the neighborhood that they're wanting to buy it.
Come to my class when I teach MLS Advantage. That's the hidden MLS. It's the hidden MLS. Now, as a realtor, would you be the first one to know when something is available?
Sometimes if it goes.
That's why every morning you should be in the MLS, and the first place you go, especially if you're working with a buyer, is where?
The seller MLS.
But where specifically?
To where they are set up on your shops, their links, their auto emails.
Close. Where it says back on market. Back on market means what? One of 2 things. The appraisal blew up or the inspection blew up. Go right to the back on market. You might find something that was for your buyers. You might sneak it in before somebody else gets to see it. Oh, you're most welcome. Don't tell nobody. They think I know something. All right, so where's it going here? Okay, his name is Laquan. Laquan Hudson. So Laquan Hudson, I sold his aunt and uncle a home 5 years ago. They called me up and said, Ronnie, they're coming down from Jersey to Florida. Can you help them out? I said, sure, give me the information. I'll put them on the app. Put them on the app. You might have seen Sabina, his wife, has been looking. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. It's this easy. It's this easy about what I want to say. And that is, Almost there. Okay, so at the time when this happened, we did not have the Command app. But we did have the Kelly app. Kelly built this system through the, I'm a little sentimental with Kelly. Kelly built the ecosystem. Yeah. So anyway, Kelly tells me, hi, Ronnie, my wife and I visited this property and would really appreciate the opportunity to see its interior tomorrow, Monday, 3/16, if possible. Please advise. I received that on 3/15/2020. Does anybody remember what happened on 3/16/2020? The world shut down as we know it. That's when COVID started. That's when the pandemic. And I called him up and I said, Laquan, I'm sorry, we're under lockdown. I hope you're safe. I don't know what we can do. And he said, well, I don't know, we're here a couple of days, then we might get out of here. And I think he got out of here before the airport shut down and everything. So I said to him, I said, remember we discussed new construction? I said, I gave you a map for the new construction. I said, don't go crazy. If they're there, they didn't shut down. Show them my card. You got representation, right? That's what open house guest pass or new build is for. And we'll hook up next week, figuring what? The pandemic's only going to last 1 week. And as we know, it didn't last just 1 week. And Laquan didn't stop looking and 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 didn't stop looking. Let me see where we're at here. October of 2020, 6 months later. Now I called him in between. He was pre-approved for 450. And when you click on these, if they have not sold or been taken off the market, you'll see where they are. And I clicked and it would say Delaware. And I called him and I said, Juan, I just logged in the system. I know you've been a little active. What's happening in Delaware? Well, we're thinking about it. We might relocate to Delaware instead of Florida. Right away, very quickly, I take off the hat and I put on this hat. Laquan, I've got a great agent right in that area. Would it be okay if I gave him your number? Yeah, sure, Ron. Okay. Next, keep moving on, keep moving on. And I click Trenton, New Jersey. Now he's in New Jersey, 85,000. Laquan, what's going on? I see you in Trenton. What's up? I'm looking at investment properties. Laquan, I've got a great agent in Trenton. Is it okay if I give you the number? He was looking in Trenton, he was looking in Virginia Beach, he was looking in Delaware. I could care less if he ever bought in Florida again. I would like it, but I'd be happy to collect 25% off Delaware agent, Virginia agent, and a Trenton, New Jersey agent. That's how powerful that app is. You need to have it in everybody's hands that you meet. That's why that consumer app is so powerful. All right, one last thing, and I'm going to switch gears because I think my friend there is getting a little bored here. So
Yeah,
let me
I was
go.
using my app.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So remember, I mentioned the DTD2. So before they moved it to the app, which was a month ago, how easy it is to call from there. It was always here. It's been here for almost 2 years. 2 years you could do this. You go to filters. I go to all contacts, go to tags. I go, what is it? N and R, right? N and R. I click on N and R. I click apply. Now I have the 184 that I should be calling. All right, I'll skip over Adriana and Agnes. I'll just skip down here because you already saw that. I'm gonna do Alice. So all I have to do is click on the contact card. I click on the contact card, Alice Rivera. I now click on her phone number. I click on call. It brings up my Samsung phone. Yes, you can do this with iPhones. FaceTime. It'll be audio only, okay? It now comes to my phone and says, tap to make a call. So I tap to make a call, which is that lady. After I'm done with the call, it says add to timeline. Now, this one we had a glitch with yesterday, and it looks like the glitch is still there. So because of that, I will use the app instead to add like you saw it. So I have to get with
You
the,
would just go in there and do notes.
well, I'd have to do it individually, but here it does it for you. You just put it in there and then you're done. Once you're done, you click on the next contact. You click on the next contact, you do the same exact thing. Call, go here, excuse me. Click, go call, click on my phone. It comes to my phone, tap to make a call. It just changed, okay? When I'm done, I would go add the timeline. But it seems to be a glitch right now. They might be updating. But you saw in the command app how you could do that same way, okay? So that's a couple of things that you can do. All right, any questions? Okay, the last part is because I promised our beloved team leader that I would show this to you guys. So, Randy, you're welcome to stay. If not, I
I'm
bid you-
here. Yeah,
If you want to stay, you can. I'm going to do market statistics.
yeah,
it's
I'm,
gonna be-
I'm good.
More prevalent to hear. But I bet you, because you're a Florida realtor, you'll also be one to see that one too. All
No,
right.
I'm not a realtor.
Yes, but you have realtors that you teach, right?
Yeah.
Very good. There we go. All right, so let's go. And our association here is the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, better known as ARA. Okay, so I'm going to go to ARA. When I go to ARA, you're going to see the page. There's ARA. Oh, God, the internet is so slow. There we go. Okay. So there we are at ARA. We're going to go to where it's called the resources page, the resources page. In the resources page, we are going to click on market reports, market reports. Okay. Market reports. You see, it says market reports. My best friend is the Monday morning quarterback, Monday morning quarterback. The Monday morning quarterback usually comes out on Tuesday. Yes, it's supposed to come out on Monday, but by the time they get it together, it's on Tuesday. Okay, so it's for the prior week, and this little synopsis right here is what you could use where? Social media. Social media. Yep. So it has download the full report. So if I download the full report, see if we can get it to come up. There we go. Probably gonna have to do a new share. I download the report. This is what the report looks like. It says the Monday morning quarterback. Okay. This page right here, you could snapshot it and put it in your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever you want to do. Okay. So tells everything that's going on. So can somebody tell me, because I keep hearing, oh my God, there's going to be so many short sales and foreclosures. How many short sales were there last week? One. Okay. Foreclosures were two. You were correct. Short sales were one. Trust me, there's not going to be any. Why? Why are we not going to have an onslaught? Don't believe what you hear. Oh, the banks are holding back shadow inventory. That doesn't mean that they're short sales or foreclosures. That means that the bank took them, they're already in their name, means it went through that process. So the bank is going to sell them and want what? Thank you, top dollar. The reason being is there's too much equity out there right now. Until people start losing equity, you won't see short sales. and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay, so page 2 is our best friend here in our area. Why? Page 2 and page 10. So page 2 is single family homes. Page 10 is condos, villas. That should be in your buyer consultation or your listing presentation. Why? How many months of inventory are there?
0, like less than a week in our bill.
So months of inventory overall is about 3/4 of a month. This is the first time in about 5.5 years that I've been using Monday Morning Quarterback that it has ever said a point. Up until about 3 weeks ago, it was always 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. This is the first time, the last 2 weeks back to back, 0.70, 0.72, 0.49, half a month, 0.6 of a month. This is the closest to 1 month, and over 1 million, 1 3/4 of a month inventory. Means if we sold every home, we'd be out under 1 million plus, okay? Greatest tool agents don't know how to use and don't use properly. Who knows what the list price to sales price ratio, what does that mean?
What it's listed for versus what it's sold for.
Very good. And we like to talk about it in a percentage. So I'm gonna do simple math out here. It was listed for 100,000, it sold for 97,000. What percentage did it sell for?
It's sold for 97%.
97% of asking price, which means the buyer saved 3%. Is that what you're telling me? Absolutely. All you gotta do, guys, it's already done for you. Pick the column that you're working with, 250, 300, whatever it is. The final list price to sales price ratio. Are the buyers saving money?
No, buyers are doing over offers.
Where are they saving the money?
On their interest rates.
Good, perfect. Oh, so I'm dealing with business owners that understand what's going on here. That's exactly right. How else do they save money? Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, because I track my averages are 98%. By choosing to hire me, I will save you 2% off the price. Okay, why? Because the list price doesn't show that maybe they gave them 2,000 in a concession. Or maybe they gave them and paid for repairs. Everybody just sees the final thinking, oh my God, they paid too much. But they got a free roof because that's how we got the deal done. So did you not save them money? Yes, okay? But this is how you speak. So who knows what the disc profile is? Not in your head. You know what it is, then? So the disc profile is a personality profile. Everyone falls into generally usually 2 categories. So your high Ds are your drivers. They want everything right away. They want to know the price, how fast can we get going? Let's go. Your Is, that's me, can't shut up, life of the party, always want to be doing, got to be social. The S's, that's the steady and cautious, they're the helpers. And the C's are the analyticals, your engineers, your accountants, okay? You'll learn in this business, like attracts like. If we're both high Is, the hardest thing we do is try to shut up and not out-talk each other. When I first started, I started as a buyer's agent. I got so good at working with Is, I threw away 3/4 of my business because I didn't understand the D, the S, and the C. Then I learned 3/4 of the world's population is an S. So that's all you got to deal with. The D's, you got to know quick, fast, and in a hurry. The I's, you got to remember, bring a stack. I'm sorry, the C's. With everybody except the C, you can say the sellers are realizing 100%. The C, you better say 100.49. Otherwise, you're losing. Okay? Exact and to the point. The days to listing contract, the days contract to close. Why is this so important? Because other agents don't use this. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we'll list your home today. We'll get it sold in 2 months. Ronnie will get it sold in 33 days. Does that beat 2 months? There you go. All right. One of the most powerful tools. Again, If you notice, this is 17 pages. Why is this good? This is good for a D, an I, an S, and a C. Don't even have to break it up. Don't worry about it. The high D will just flip through it because they don't want all these pages. But everybody else loves the I's will love the pretty pictures. The C's are going to tear it up with the graphs, the charts, and everything. Remember, I told you the third paragraph in our script says, I have a wealth of timely and pertinent information. Do I have your email address? There's your wealth and timely information. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so let me go back to Aura. And I'm going to show you quickly, and then I want to move on because I'm running close on time here. And I want to respect the tech committee's time. All right, so under the resources, you'll notice here it says market reports, says market resources. Market resources. Video. There's a video that comes out every month from Orlando Regional Realtor Association. You can embed that into your website. It's always 1 month behind. So here's what happened in in January. Okay. Infographics. Everybody says, well, where do I find information? Just come right here, click on infographic, and the graphic is already done for you. Take it, put it right into Facebook, Tiki Time, whatever. Okay. Everything is there for you. More information. Resources in Espanol. If you speak Spanish, we got them in Espanol for you. Tips for using the market resources. That's under the resources, okay? We go back to the reports. Not just the Monday morning quarterback, which only takes into account Orange, Osceola, Lake, and Seminole counties. Well, what if you're in Polk County? If you're in Polk County, you want to go to the Stellar MLS reports. Because when you go to the Stellar MLS reports, I now can go and look at East Polk County, which is right at the Four Corners area. Or, let me see, Brandy, help me out here. You in Sarasota? Sarasota, Manatee.
Yeah,
can
hey,
you-
sorry, I had to walk away, so I'm like,
That's okay, sweetheart. You're in Sarasota, right?
yep,
So I can actually see Sarasota County stats. Okay?
yeah.
Basically, they work the same. So I'm just going to bring up East Polk real quick. East Polk, it's going to tell you about, I may have to share. You can't see it. Hold on. East Polk. So it says what's going on, the monthly trends, the monthly sales trends, the monthly sales trend, 1 month listings, what's going on, multiple listing year to date, East Polk County Associated Realtors, top units, what's going on everywhere and anywhere in there. Also, is it here? Let me see. Yeah, there it is. So right there, this is the current report. So let's say I had somebody in the 250 to 299 range. It's saying that the average list price is 273. It closed for 274. They're realizing 100% list price to sales price ratio is right there. Tells you average days on the market, 21 days. The inventory is 29. No, that's how many listings there are. The months are right here, 1 month of inventory. You can do anywhere and everywhere. All right, so let me go back to Aura. Can anybody please tell me the aha that you should be getting from this?
Know your facts and treat it frequently because it's a very fluid situation that changes rapidly.
Okay,
And you pay for it, use it.
anything else?
You always want to stay on the top of customers.
Anyone else?
Track what's on the market every day. Everything is downloaded on here. So every summers.
Okay, you're all doing good, and I'll tell you the one thing that you missed totally. Did anybody see me log in? Guess who else has these statistics?
Consumers.
Your buyers, your sellers and investors are using it against you. You're paying for it, but this is open to buyers, sellers and investors. They don't even have to log in.
Yeah, if you logged in, you actually don't have access. It's not on that page.
Yes, you do.
No, if you go into the login and unlog in, you can't find it anywhere. 'cause I
The
always
only-
try to do that.
When you log in, it's for zip code reports. That's the only thing they have that's under there.
That's what I mean. So
Everything
you go
else
back
is
out,
wide
log
open.
this one. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so number 2. Let's go to number 2 because you asked me. All right, how many in this room are with the Florida Realtors? I would think all of you. Yeah, this is another site that most realtors do not use. I don't know why.
We never heard of it.
Well, I know when they give you all that information. you
Yeah,
never
you
know.
cannot digest all that information.
That is true. I agree. Oop, I spelled it wrong. That's why it's not going there.
Florida.
Yeah, I tried. OR.
Oh, it's the Florida Realtors. Oh, we get this email from them.
Yeah, so you should know about it, but everybody ignores it. FloridaRealtors.org. Look at that. Okay. Hidden MLS is right here called MLS Advantage, where realtors in Florida share the listings, so you don't have to pay for each one. Look at this, Sun Stats. We got more stats. Oh my goodness. I'll cut to the chase. Did anybody see me log in? So now I'm a consumer and I can use your site that you're paying for to find right here where it says under tools and research. I can go to Sun Stats here. Market statistics in the PDF. I can bring it right up. Sun Stats is interactive. What do they mean by that? That might be the only thing that you have to log in. If you don't log in, they won't show you because it's interactive. Sun Stats, you can pick your area. So see, you have to log in to get Sun Stats. You would pick 32819 or whatever zip code you want. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, as I just said, with consumers, they can go right here, market statistics, PDF reports, and you can look at these reports monthly, quarterly, annually for free. And your buyers, sellers, and investors have that at their disposal. Okay? All right, so this is another thing you can use. How many of you know that for FREE, let's see if I can find it. FRE, you have a tech helpline. I'm not going to tell you how to do command, but from 8 a.m., from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They'll tell you what kind of computer to buy for MLS, for real estate. They'll tell you, they'll help you fix your computer if you're having problems with computer problems. Okay, they won't tell you how to use command though. That you got to use me. Okay, or the other resource we saw. So all you got to do is tell them what's going on. They maximize the business tools from FloridaRealtors.org, including setting up your free member website. Yeah, you get a free member website from them. You can or cannot use it. That's up to you. And property functions, advice on shopping for hardware, software, digital equipment, advice on installing and configuring new hardware and software, diagnosing computer hardware malfunctions. Don't be paying Geek Squad thousands of dollars. Call the tech line. They'll help you out. It's included in your dues. That's why. All right. What's another one that we have here that's good for you? Well, right over here, it says the Florida Realtors Legal Hotline. So in this office, if you can't reach Murray J. Coleman, same with Brandy, she's got Murray as our broker down there, and you can't reach Murray, you can call the legal hotline through 9 to 4:45. They will not tell you how to guide your buyer or seller. They will talk to you about specific contract issues or specific contact addendums, what to add, etc. They are attorneys. They will not speak to you until you give your NERD's number or your license number. How did I get so good at this? myself and our compliance manager, Bob, were on the phone with them just about every day for 2 months straight. And we picked their brain. And I'll never forget, Bob happened to talk while I was giving my information. And the lady said, is there someone else there? I said, yeah, we need their nerds number too, or we won't continue. Oh, yeah. But that's to protect us, okay? Now, you see everything I've just shown you here is free. The last one, because we're coming right at the top of the hour here. The last one, some of you may be with these people. They're called NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. Oh, before I go there, I forgot to do one thing. If you look under here under news media, okay, you got a video library with infographics. You tell me, I don't know what to post on social media. Just take whatever is there and post it. Guess what? You go sometimes to their page and there's a little facey book there. It means what? Share it right to Facebook, share it right to Instagram, share it right to whatever. I don't think TikTok's on there yet, but I'll be working on that, okay? All right, so that's another tidbit. Don't tell Savannah. No, I've already shared with Savannah, so she knows about it. Same thing here, research and statistics. You didn't see me log in. Everything is here for the consumer. So why aren't we using it? Okay? State and metro areas, you can pick that. I'm not going to go into detail. Presentation slides. You want to add this to your listing presentation, you got slides. And then lastly, is it news and events or the real estate topics? There we go, marketing, social media. Even NAR has stuff that you can use, okay? NAR has things that you can use. Social media for realtors series, the VIP 4-pack. And everything I'm showing you here, if you didn't know it by now, is FREE. I'm not showing anything you got to pay for, okay? All right, as we like to do, we're right at the top of the hour. Ahas, questions, comments?
I think that tech hotline is a great solution. Carolyn, get specific about command, about the resources. But I can tell you how many questions I answered, but now I'm just gonna send them right then out.
Yep, it's very good. Anyone else?
Back on market.
Back on market,
Morning,
yes,
first thing in
ma'am.
the morning. I've never done
First
that.
thing in the morning, very good. Back on market and new listings you look at. Because every day there's new listings coming up.
I have them on.
Find that.
I'm sorry?
Where do you find that at? Stellar.
Right on the first page, on the home page, you'll say market statistics. It's usually where it says my stuff. In other words, my current, my active listings, my pending listings, my sold listings in the last 6 months, right underneath there.
So
that
I've
box.
got people set up on auto emails. So I would go to their auto email, look at results, but I'd go to criteria, change it real quick to put back on market. And then that would make sure that I'm looking at all of it. Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. All right, so we've been doing 2 hours. Would everybody like to take a 10-minute potty break and then we can move on to the next thing, which is the tech committee doing goals? If you have to go, you have to go. If not, we'll join you back here in 10 minutes.
Well, I do have to go
Oh, okay.
to the restroom.
Oh, okay. So please do. All right.
Thank you. Very,
You're
very
welcome.
informative.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You staying for the goals?
Oh, I don't know.
Gonna set up my
Maybe.
goals.
I think you should.
You, okay.
All right, Lou. Okay, welcome back. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're going to go into doing our goals in command. So where do you think we have to go? We have to go to command. That would be where we would go. Okay. All right. So who likes to make things easier? I do. So wouldn't it be prudent to have a place that you could go to actually find this? So first place you can go is Facebook. And in Facebook, you would go to the KW Classic Cappers in Training page. And if you want, just click on the search and click on goals. Look how easy that is. GOALS. Hit enter. And then Cynthia did this December 16th. There's a short, well, that's just a commercial telling you show up and they'll do it, tell you what to do. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for what I posted November of 2021. There's actually a small little video, 2 minutes and 49 seconds that says how to set or edit your goals in command. We have the video. And then, of course, answers.kw.com, which is in KW Connect. There is the link. And when we click on the link, what do you think we're going to get? We're going to get step by step by step by step instructions on how to set up your goals and where to do them in command. So if everybody is logged into command, we can get started with this. And we can get started by, I'm going to go into my command. There we go, it switched around. So you'll see in the middle there, it says goals. And I've already got my goals set up in there. So it already says what's going on because I set these up back in last year.
Wait, you're in command?
Absolutely.
At the homepage?
Absolutely. So since mine's set up, let me go with the step-by-step. That'll be so much easier for us to follow. So if you haven't already, please log in to agent.kw.com. On the left side, you'll see the reports icon. At the top of the page, click goals of the reports icon. The reports icon.
No, I'm not there.
Okay.
Okay, no, I do not understand. Are you telling me to be in command or to be in this?
I told you to be in command.
I am in command. At
Okay.
GCI Goal Breakdown.
On the left side, choose the reports icon. It's those 3 lines with a little wavy.
Found
thing.
them.
There you go.
My computer's frozen up on me.
At the top of the page, click goals.
I'm ready to-
Shoot it.
I can't do that. This thing's brand new.
Why freeze on you?
Because it's so cold in here.
Oh, put up the thing. It's your house.
I'm rebooting.
I did.
I'm not sure why it's freezing up on me.
It's fine.
It may be the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi went out on us?
The
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
How we doing online there? Is everybody following along?
Okay, now we're. at
Anybody having issues? Paul, you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, we're waiting for Dawn.
I'm already in goal.
Oh, thank you, ALC member. All right, so we go to goals. We click on the goal settings at the top right of the page. Top right of the page, goal settings, goal settings. Now it says click to get started. That's called a Kelly guide until they rename it. That's what it's called. All you have to do is click get started. Get started. Okay. Use the drop down to select the year. So we're selecting 2022. Now, please understand, it says annual profit, not your net, not your gross. It's the annual profit. How much profit do you want to make? How much profit do you want to make? So profit would be after everything is paid. What's your biggest nut that you have to pay?
Taxes.
Your Uncle Sam, that's absolutely correct, okay? So it's after taxes, after cost of sale, after what else? What's your second biggest nut you gotta pay?
Salaries.
Well, that's if you have somebody. But what's your second biggest nut? Well, no, your salary could be higher.
Well, your
Your
salary-
cap,
Well,
for
I-
most single agents, it's your cap,
Oh, okay.
$21,000. For most single agents, it's your cap. Okay? All right, so we go through annual profit goals. Setting the goals. Set your annual profit goal and enter your expected annual operating expenses and cost of sales. Don't forget, as it says there, the expenses are made whether or not a transaction takes place. Salaries, lead generation, marketing expenses, education.
Well, I just took a 30-30, like the estimate, or like they suggested should be.
So if you use the good book, what's the good book? The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. That's what the default figures are that are already there. The default figures are already from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, okay? The next thing, you go and set the goals. And you see, this is a step-by-step process and it's interactive, meaning they're already filling it out, showing you what to do. I'm not filling this out. I'm just scrolling through as it tells us what to do.
Doesn't have referrals in there, right? In this case.
Expenses, what are your expenses? Now, let me just stop it while we're here. Let me see, can I click on that? No, it won't let me click on it. In the business makeup section, set the percentage of listings, buyers, and leases you plan to do for the year. These percentages should equal 100%. So if you're a brand new agent, what do you think you're going to work more with?
Probably buyers.
Even though the good book says listings, leads, leverage, listings, leads, leverage, and I agree with you. You're probably going to generate more buyers than you do listings when you first start out. And that's okay. That's okay. So determine what percentage you want. Yeah, well, that's true too. It's true too. But we don't want to come from scarcity. We want to be purposeful. So purposeful, we still want to go for those listings. And you're probably going to generate towards buyers. So however you do it, there is no right or wrong answer. What's the good thing about this?
Change it.
Beautiful. You can come back in here and do what you want. Change it up. What if you achieve your goal, your net profit, and it's only August? Raise the profit, change it.
Go on vacation.
I'll tell you the old Gary Keller proverb or story or legend. Gary has never hit his goal
He always changes it.
because he always, as soon as he hit it, he raised it. Okay? Take it for what you want. If you want to just have the goal, so be it. All right, average commission per unit. There's no right or wrong answer. I would say with a average median sales price in this area of about 350, it's probably 375, but 350 is the easy math that I can do. 350, what's the commission on 350? We're not getting 3%. 3% would be 10.5. Probably getting 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 would be about 7,500, something like that. That's still good. If you wind up getting more, go for it. Let me ask you, if you brought in more, would you smile? Yes. If you thought you were going to bring in and overestimated and you got less, then you're going to be unhappy. All right, conversion rates. So for me, I would leave the conversion rates just the way they are. They're right out of the MREA book until you have it down in concrete of what you're doing. Let the conversion rate stay just the way it is from the book.
Goal conversion rates. How do I calculate that?
What's that?
Your goal conversion rate. Only you're only going to convert 5% of anyone you talk to?
No, you might convert more,
But I mean, that's what they're saying, 5% there.
10%.
Oh,
Leads to context, 10%.
oh, mine says 5%. 5.
Oh, is that the default?
Yeah.
Yeah, see the handout here? So 10,
Uh,
just an answers.
so leave my
It's
default.
last year's, but
Leave my default where it is.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
With the 30% of expenses, is that just an arbitrary?
Wait, I'm sorry, the 30 what?
The 30% of expenses, is that like an arbitrary number?
So the book says we did 30, 30, 40.
Okay,
30 expenses, 30 taxes, and 40% is what you should.
okay.
Could it be higher? Yeah. Could it be lower? Well, if you foolish with your money. Or if you spend money the wrong way on the cost of sale. Okay, it says review your goals you entered, then click what's next once you are finished. Next thing, there's the Kelly guide. You could go to those other three, but don't. Just click on the X to get out of there. All right, so before we have questions, let's do this. Let's go into mine. And you can watch and see, I'm going to redo mine from start to finish. So if I click on the report side. Okay, I'm going to click on the goals. Okay. Now, there's my 2022 goals. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Does it behoove you to ever go back, like if you didn't do it last year, to put them in just as somehow a comparison for year over year?
So that's a great question. And where could you find that anyway?
From your reports on my KW, maybe?
Which report specifically?
Hmm.
Sounds like multi ends
You're
with
trying to-
trends,
Yeah. you're trying to-
multi-trend report.
Hmm.
So if I click on the goal settings, what should I expect to get out of this guide? The same exact way, set my goals, review my goals, get started. Okay, so this is exactly how I did it, and this was back in 2021 when I did this. So what year are you setting your goals for? 2022. What is my 2022 annual profit goal? $150,000. Okay. You'll see on the left side, it tells you the monthly and the annual. So monthly should be 12.5. The business makeup, I took the default of the MREA book, 60% listings, 40% buyers. Average commission per unit, 71.50. Okay, cost of sales, 30% is 112.5, operating expenses, 112.5. Okay, left that with the 30-30, 60-40, average commission. It's not rocket science, just fill in the blanks. If you don't like what you did, what do? Go back and change it, okay? So don't over stress and don't overemphasize on this, because I think people are stressing. Yes, please don't stress. Okay, so there, leads to contacts, 5%. Well, what if I change that to 10%? If I change it to 10%, then I might be converting more, right? People have shown interest in the services you offer, 5%. Contacts, leads that you have a two-way conversation. So wait a minute now, the yes,
Can you address that, the percentage of conversion? How do I actually find that real number?
how many people did you have, did you set appointments with this week? And how many did you call? How many no's did you have to take before you got a yes?
I have a hard time tracking that one, and then like.
Why? You don't keep
Well, Laurie-
records?
Laurie does calls too, and she's setting up some appointments and things like that, so I don't know, I don't think I don't have a handle on that number.
So here, each item below represents the rate at which one item converts into another. Example, you convert 5% of your leads to contacts. How many of you are converting more than 5%?
I don't know,
You should be,
I don't know,
should be.
I'm on my way.
I just don't know that number, I don't know how to calculate it.
It's the number of calls versus the number of appointments set. Okay, so if I up this to 15, everything's going to change. So I did 15. Contacts to appointments, 15%.
I can't up it.
Okay, appointments set to appointments kept. How many appointments did you set? Did you set 2 appointments this week? Arbitrarily. Did you go on 2 appointments? So-
Technically, no.
Oh, so they canceled?
No, I mean, a buyer basically find us. And then the other people that we called, I didn't have other set appointments, so.
So you're still
it would be one out of
100%.
The one that I went, so that means it would be.
So you're
100.
still 100%.
I know, but that doesn't seem like that's a logical thing to put in there, because it's so little.
If that's what's happening, though, that's what's happening.
I don't know. Lori and I.
So if you took 20 appointments for the month and only 10 of them actually got to the appointment setting, you're only doing 50%.
The reality is, I think that whenever I've had official appointments, and not just somebody who called me and said, hey, don't want to still show your house. If I go to an appointment, try to win it, we're winning it. I would definitely say it's like 90%.
Okay,
But I just don't think that number is real enough for us to change it, because I think it's going to skew what we will actually do.
okay. So this is, the goal conversion rates are for you.
Yes.
And then it's going to tell you how many units you should do. All right, so after you review your goals, you can always go back to reports and make changes and review. So what's next? What's next is just as I stated. You can go to reports, you can go here, you can go there. So I'm going to exit out of this.
But if we go to these reports, these are not the ones you were just talking about, multi-year trends, et cetera.
No,
Okay. It's just going to be.
that's in my
reports based on-
kw.kw.com. Now, how is this going to keep track?
Based on what you put into command, your transactions and your.
Correct. Anything that goes into your opportunities will help with that.
So is there a way for in command, though, it will also help us to calculate that number that I'm quibbling about? If we're putting in our, like, appointments, et cetera, like we have an appointment and that we kept it or we won it, or,
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we look at now when we're at this point? Like, what's our, how do we now translate what we're looking at right now, goals versus actual?
So if we go to home, okay, shows my leads were 1%. annual goal is to have 7,367. Appointments, annual goal is to have 290 appointments. Under contract, the goal is to have 70. Closed units, 52. The GCI, estimated total GCI is 375. You can see year to date, I'm lacking.
The annual goal for under contract,
70. Divided by 12.
so, closed units, okay, under contract, closed units. Why is that different? Because you would have gotten them under contract, but they backed out, you had.
Correct.
Oh, this is calculating anything that you've got.
Anything you got.
But it went away, like, we put an offer in,
Could be.
oh, but it wasn't under contract, it's not.
It'd be a lost opportunity, right?
Under contract means it has to be signed by both sides.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's
Okay,
year to
so we
date.
have one, like today.
And here would be month to date. Okay, so you want to do the monthly, just hit the drop down, I'll show you the monthly. So monthly goal is 6 under contract. That's a hefty goal. Considering I do mostly tech work.
Yeah, mine is 122, that feels totally, that's under contract, closed units.
What's monthly?
Okay. I gotta go back and change.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to head out because. my
No
mom
worries.
Flooded out last week and.
were you able to get to the end with this though, at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I got to.
Play with it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You see where I went month to date? It's a ridiculous 6 for me to have monthly because I'm tied up mostly with 10. Now, for you as an agent that's new, this should be what? For the month? 2?
Yeah,
So make it look like 2, and then you can focus and have that. Hey, if next month you do 3, then decide if you want to move it up.
and change the goal.
Or next month you do 1, leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. But it's subliminally, when you log in, if it's in front of you on your screen, it's gonna tell you.
It's a reminder of where I want to be.
All right, how did I go there again? I'm on my home
I'm very
screen.
sorry. I
Go to
don't mean to
reports,
be rude.
you're okay, don't worry
Oh,
about
when I'm on the home screen, then I go to reports to change my goals. Felt like I didn't hit that.
it. Thank you for coming, Amanda.
It's been a very
Good
chaotic
seeing you.
week. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Sounds like a plan. I could just sleep here, be easier.
Just sure you don't want me to bring you that coffee in the morning?
No, sweetheart, I'll be all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lori, she don't get it. I don't know why.
I don't know what.
Ronnie, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Stream.
So tell me again where on the goals and it says leads, appointments, under contract, where is that reading from? Is it from your opportunity?
So we set it up, okay?
I know where you set the goals up, but where, like the actuals that come in to them, isn't that what's showing there at the bottom? That number? I'm looking
Well,
at
the
your screen.
the actuals are coming from opportunities.
Okay, it is coming from opportunities, and I know I go in there and say she went to an appointment and she kept it. So is that where that appointment would come from?
Sure.
Okay,
But of
Got it.
course, you can tweak the net profit,
right,
okay?
yeah,
Because Lori, I don't have 6 or 4. Everything should be 0 this month. Well, it is. It says 0, 0, 0, 0,
Right.
0, 0. But because I have 150,000 as my net profit, that's
Mhm.
what they're telling me I should
I
have.
should be doing, right,
Right. Dawney is probably a little more accurate because she has actual figures that it's pulling from.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at the same homepage she's looking at.
Right.
Come on.
Changing it a little here just to see what's gonna happen.
Gotta warn me ahead of time. I'm talking to these guys.
What
Let me
is it?
stop the video. Okay.
We lost Lori.
Yeah, Danny's walking around naked or something.
I'm here.
That's it. Oh, we have a show? I didn't know. We had a show.
Okay.
He's sneaking up on me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at Dawn's homepage and so I'm just making sure with those appointments. It looks like she has, does that sound right? 2 month to date is a goal for appointments, I think is what she's got in there.
Yes.
I don't know if she can hear me.
Yeah, but the whole closed units thing is what's freaking me out because I really,
So what does it show for the month?
um,
Yeah, you're looking at the
yeah, yeah,
whole.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, I know what my goal was. I know what I wrote down that I wanted to do.
In the
for
immortal
the
words of
year.
Diana Kokoska, break it down to the ridiculous. So the ridiculous is not only month, it would be
It's
week.
still ridiculous. Monthly is 8. I wanted to close 3 per month.
So
That's my
change
goal.
it to reflect a net profit that shows 3.
I know, but I keep going down and I'm like.
Closed units of 3?
Closed units of 3.
Okay, so I have closed units of 4, and that's at $150,000 profit. So put in $100,000 profit and see what it does. I'm gonna do the same thing since we're talking. So we can then see what it is. Greg, are you okay, or is this something that's not even,
No, I'm interested. I'm actually playing with it on my other
good,
laptop, trying to
good,
figure it out. So that's what I'm doing.
excellent, excellent. So I'm gonna go through it right now. Paul, you're good with it?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So you see, guys, it's, don't take this as, oh my God, that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. I mean, it is, and if you don't have numbers, don't worry about it. Because the numbers you're gonna put in, it all goes basically with the settings, It starts at how much profit do you wanna make? Because I said the same thing. I said, well, what do you mean? Okay, I wanna make 150. Okay, no, I don't wanna make 150. I wanna make 100. So I put 100,000 as the goal. All right, I'm still gonna keep the 30-30. I'm still gonna keep the 60-40. Still gonna keep the same commission. Okay, then I go next. Okay, this is going to stay the same, even though I just changed it to 15%, 15, 75, 75. Save and continue. What's next? Okay, go here. I'm going to kill Kelly right here. Don't need Kelly guide. And now when I come back here, I'm going to go to the home page. And based on $100,000 profit, net profit,
So there seems like the context number changes.
month to date is 3 for the monthly goal. At 100,000, 3 for the monthly goal. Isn't that what you told me, Dawn?
3 for the monthly goal.
So it's at 100,000 profit. Monthly goal closed units under contract 4. So when you take 10%, right? You lose 1. You do 4, you take 1 loss. Closed would be 3. So if you're doing a $100,000 profit, your monthly goal under contract is 4, your closed unit is 3. You're taking 16 appointments, so that's 4 a week. 4 appointments a week. We say you should be taking 4 for 1 appointment a day.
All right, something just doesn't.
I actually like that better for myself right now. That sounds more realistic. I was trying to be an overachiever.
All right, this is funny. Look at this. I've got way more circles than you do.
You actually have business though, don't forget.
Um, Okay. it still has my,
So the system comes up with the annual goal leads, right?
Yes. So it's 409 monthly, right? On mine, it says 409 for a monthly goal on leads. So if I
Right.
do 5 days a week, I do 20 a day, right? That's 100 times 4 weeks is 400. And if you have been with Keller Williams long enough, in bold, they teach us to do 20 contacts a day.
Oh, your goal says monthly goal. My goal says annual. Where do I?
Yes,
where do-
hit the drop down up top here on the top right there at about
Okay.
that box.
Okay,
And then you can go year to date. or
got it. Okay,
break it down to the ridiculous, as we say.
Got it.
Break it down to
Got it.
ridiculous. And that's a little more to digest. I mean, yeah, when I first looked at it, it says 409 for the month. And I said, wait a minute, it's only 100 a week. It's what we're supposed to be doing anyway, 20 a day, 20 a day, 20 a day. Now the appointments, that means what? 4 a week. You're setting 4 a week. Well, if you're doing 5 days a week, you should be doing an appointment a day, right? Doesn't mean you're gonna close them all, but you know,
oh, if we had 4 a week, we would close them all. Right, Laurie?
Laurie says absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I'm going to see them. They're coming with us.
Okey dokey. All right, class dismissed.
Now, I don't like old funky, I don't get, but
Don't overthink this, please.
I'm not. It's
Okay.
just that I put down what I believe I wish it would go by units. I wish I could put in how many units I think will do, how many on buy. side,
Closed?
how many on this side. I want to do it backwards and see what my profit is. I don't want to put in the profit. I want to put in the backwards.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't go that way.
No, because it's telling me closed units, 1 per month, and then my monthly goal is 5.
3.
Is that many? is
3
that-
per month.
No, look at, well, like I said, that's not what it's. Come here and watch this. It's so easy. I've done it 4 times. It seems so easy, but it's not, doesn't make sense. All right, so going to goals, I'm going to goal setting. I'm going to get started. I'm going to, right here, here's 2022, $100,000 US dollars. I don't do anything else, 30-30, 50-50. I just did listing.
50-50, I got 60-40. I don't think that makes a difference. Still at 20. What's your,
Well,
what's your
and
commission?
no,
How you
no,
commission?
I think I am gonna go, I
What's
think
your
I am.
commission?
I am doing better there, 60, 40. I'm gonna do that just because
What's your commission?
I did listings 5 and buyers 35.
No,
was
I have
being-
71-50 with both.
I know, but I'm being conservative.
But that makes a difference.
So that means, oh, it makes a difference because then I have to do more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see? Devil's in the details, baby.
Well, I thought you were playing along with the home viewing audience.
No, I wasn't.
Everybody else has got this down perfectly. We love Dawn, in case you didn't notice that.
I am, oh,
Oh, look, it came like we said.
no, it didn't. I put 600 for commission.
Oh,
instead of-
Lord.
No. I was going based of our last 2 closings, what our average are the last.
So what have we learned from this? Because we're coming up on the hour here.
Yes, I gotta go.
Thank God that Donnie hired Lori
Amen to that.
and she's due for a raise.
Well, you got that app you showed her earlier. I'm starting to wonder about my job.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No.
You're safe.
Okay, here we are. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
All righty. Ronnie, thank you.
We're
On
good?
behalf of our, as our tech committee liaison and leader, we appreciate you.
All I'm gonna do is do it,
Greg, come join our techie stuff that we're gonna do. What else do you guys want to know?
do like Gary said, buy dirt.
Buy dirt. not Joe Dirt, Cly Dirt. What do you all want to learn next time? What is something that's missing that we need to
Address.
address from tech?
I don't know what I don't know.
That's a good one.
What do you say?
Very good. He doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Is
So-
Greg new, brand new?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, welcome to the family.
Yes.
He's from the
Thank you.
West Coast, so he's gonna teach us some things there, you know.
West Coast, like,
Cali,
You
they
keep,
do a lot of things differently over there.
you keep saying that. You keep saying that.
Well, here, truth be told, I found out yesterday, he was a broker in California.
Awesome.
No, 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 no. I have my broker's license. There's a
There you
difference.
go. He was a broker.
I
He didn't
have my
act
broker's
as a
license. There's a
broker.
difference.
He just had the, yeah, you're a broker associate, that's all it is. You know.
Okay, Lauren,
No, just add the license.
We need some
Yeah.
appointments. We have to do 43.
What you will see differently here, though, is less zeros, right?
Yes.
Cali, what's the average price in Cali?
A whole lot?
Yes, thank you. More zeros than here.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I could show you Islesworth has got the same dollar figures,
Got the same.
Gotcha.
but Cali's got way more, way more.
Florida seems to want to catch up, so we'll see.
Well, you know, back in the boom day, 205, they used to say that Florida was so undervalued. Undervalued. And that's why the boom exploded like it did.
Well, that's why Walt Disney was able to buy all his land for $200.
The problem was they try to get everybody to the finish line. And that's why, I mean, I heard stories they were using food stamps for down payments. And that's what blew up the mortgage industry. But they learned, try to get a mortgage now, you gotta keep what, 2 kids, promise 2 more?
Not if you go with movement mortgage.
Okay.
Hey, Ronnie,
Right.
I do have one more question because when
Yes,
we were
ma'am.
going through, one second, if we were going through when we were doing the apps, I was on my phone doing it, but I think I have her. I mean, all things were branded to her, and I'm getting notifications like we've had 2 people actually log in. She sent the email out or however text messages out. Would we be getting both of those on both of our phones if it's, because it looks like I have her stuff,
Well,
but
you're
I don't want to
acting like
get it
her,
and
though,
not
right?
her. Pardon?
You're acting like her, right?
Yeah, so as long as she has the same thing on her phone, like she would get these notifications that somebody did something with the app.
True. Yep,
Okay, I just
absolutely.
want to make sure I'm not getting it and I'm getting it and she's not, because that
one
wouldn't.
you just mentioned, Lori, that one you just mentioned, I didn't see what you did, but I saw what I did, because I sent something and it came back around. I saw that, but I didn't see what you mentioned.
Well, I got 2 notifications that 2 people have gotten your text with the app information and have signed up.
Alex and Michelle.
So Lori, in the consumer app, is Dawn the agent?
Yes,
Okay. And I'm
Yes.
assuming that Dawn's app has herself as the agent. If
right.
that's the case, they should be sending it to you.
Yeah, so then
I-
the app that's with the red background, that's
That's the command app.
the
That's the
command app,
agent app.
because
the
that's where
agent
I'm
app.
seeing the notification.
Yeah. Does she run,
Okay.
is she still running Kelly or no? You guys don't deal with Kelly at all?
I don't think so. I have it. I
Uh,
still have it.
because if you go into Kelly, you should see the same notifications too.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, it's still working,
Um,
so,
yeah.
and
Okay,
that's personal preference.
but
all
then
right.
I went on and tried to pick a property and scheduled a tour in person.
Mhm.
And I don't know that she's not, well, she left. I don't know if she got that notification because it was under my name and I'm in her command contacts. So I have to see if
Well,
she
it
got
should've-
that.
What you can do is go to your contact card.
I did, and it didn't show anything.
It didn't
That's why,
show it?
I don't know if it didn't show it right away. I can try to go in now.
Okay.
See ya.
See if
All right,
it's
I gotta
changed.
go.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Greg.
If you're coming.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Be ready. If you don't have a Facebook business page, do it before tomorrow.
Thank
And
you.
if you want to do, you do have Facebook business page? You do have one, Greg?
No,
Okay. If you want to wait, because I'll tell you the legal
Okay.
way to do it.
okay, I'll wait.
Thank you, Ronnie. I
Yeah.
love you.
Love you too, Dawn. Take care. All right, guys. We'll see you in the morning.
Quick question.